die, please die, please die. Time to die, please. I'm worried this might interfere with my dream of seeing him die in prison. For once, I'm rooting for the virus. Die. Since President Trump and Melania tested positive for COVID, you'd think this would mean the loving left that's obsessed over this virus would wish him well, right? Wrong. What they're doing instead is far more evil and will make you sick to your stomach. The left is celebrating this terrible news and wishing death on the president and first lady. And it's not just any leftist doing the celebrating. It's blue checkmarked, verified Democrats calling on the virus to take out the 45th president. Now keep in mind, these are the same people who have been claiming that we're not taking the virus seriously. These are the same people who said you couldn't go to work, couldn't go to church, and couldn't send your kids to school because they just care so much about people dying. But we all know that was a lie. And this video is going to prove the left never cared a thing about human lives. Let me dive right in and read you some of these tweets to show you how truly depraved these people are. Daniel Golson tweeted, "I don't feel bad about hoping he dies because I've been hoping that since 2015. Blue checkmarked Lisa Curry wrote, "I hope he suffers through this and dies as he's losing on election night." My God. Sober Rob tweeted, "LMFAO, Trump gonna die." Rob Hoffman writes, "He killed 200,000 people. Hope he dies a horrible death." Who did he kill? These tweets I've read you aren't just written from random people online. They are all from verified accounts on Twitter, and these tweets are just scraping the surface. I'm going to read you a lot more in a minute, some of which are even from congressional candidates in the Washington Post. As you guys know, I have so many things I want to say about how evil these people are, but I know if I tell you what I really think on here, it might get me banned. If you want to watch my full uncensored opinions on this topic and more, visit libertyhangout.tv right now, because boy, is there a lot I have to say. These are the same people that just last week were telling us it's insulting and inhumane to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the Supreme Court so soon after she died. So they selectively cared about human life then, but not a week later? Or maybe what they really mean to say is that they only care about Democrat lives and not Republican ones. Do you guys remember when a girl told me this at the University of Central Florida last month?
"I hope you get corona and die for not wearing the right mask."
Why am I supposed to believe the party that burns down businesses and puts millions of people out of work this year care a thing about human life? Why have we let them hold our country hostage all year and get away with it? All they care about is their political agenda, and they are willing to do and support anything to get their way. And with that, let me read you some more disgusting tweets that I came across. Congressional candidate Steve Cox tweeted, "I hope they both die." But that wasn't his only tweet. After he got called out, he doubled down and wrote, "What if in the end both candidates die and COVID ends up saving the world?" Let's rapid fire through the rest of these because there are just so many awful tweets that I want to show you. "I hope they all die." I'm not naming names, so I'm not violating Twitter's policy against wishing anyone harm. No, but seriously, I hope he dies. A nice thing about this is that he's still around to see how happy we're all gonna be when he dies. I'm not one to laugh at other people's suffering, but ha 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 ha, burn in hell, you mother effer. Please die, please die, please die. Time to die, please. I'm worried this might interfere with my dream of seeing him die in prison. For once, I'm rooting for the virus. Die. This mother effer better die. So Trump got COVID, huh? Well, if he dies, he dies. I was about to go to bed, but y'all out here giving off big energy hoping a man is gonna die. If he dies, it is what it is. I only ever wanted you to suffer. I hope they die. Wow, real petty of you, man. You had a chance to be a good person here and take the high road, but you didn't. Disappointing. Just kidding, LOL. Hope he dies slow. I don't want the current powers of the GOP to rally behind someone savvier and more civilized than Trump because we're already in enough trouble as it is. But I'm not gonna pretend and be polite here. I hope Trump effing dies a painful COVID death, and I'm not sorry. I will say, I do hope he dies. There is a God, tweeted an ESPN reporter. Shouldn't have tested. I don't think his story is going to have a happy ending. Karma with the late endorsement of Joe Biden. I want Donald Trump to live long enough to be thoroughly humiliated at the polls in November, and then he can effing die. It would be so narratively satisfying if Trump dies of COVID right now. It would be essentially a novel. If Donald Trump dies a painful corona death, this should be the music playing as he enters the gates of hell. I hope Trump's diagnosis wakes his supporters up to the reality of the pandemic, and also that it makes him suffer and die. Gun control advocate Cameron Kasky tweeted, "I hope you get a mutation of the virus that makes your anus fall off." And then he uploaded this really disturbing video.
Look, hey Twitter, it is not often that somebody owns up to a mistake. And I want to be a better person because I take all of you on Twitter very seriously. It is not funny that Trump has coronavirus. It's not.
Why is he in front of a toilet? And then to put the icing on top of the cake, here's what the Washington Post tweeted out after news began to spread about Trump's diagnosis. "Imagine what it will be like to never have to think about Donald Trump again." Wow. The Democrats are so gleeful about this because they think his campaign is going to tank now that he tested positive. But they are so naive that they don't realize normal, common sense Americans are going to be mortified by the left's response to Trump's diagnosis. This is going to do nothing but make more people want to vote for him because they know the alternative is to vote for a party that literally wishes death upon their adversaries. That's why this upcoming election is so crucial, and that's why President Trump needs our support now more than ever. This election is about so much more than who's just going to be in the White House. This election is about the survival of our country. The left has gotten way too radicalized and can't be trusted with any amount of power. We need to show all the support we can for Donald Trump, and we need to be loud. You can get really awesome new pro-Trump and pro-America t-shirts at libertyhangout.org/store right now to proudly declare your support for our 45th president. We are praying for the president and first lady and know they will make a recovery because unlike the left, we are not uncivilized savages. Go to libertyhangout.tv right now to watch Caitlin Bennett Uncensored. Not only will you get to watch exclusive content from me, but you'll get to say you stood for the truth, you stood against radical leftism, and you stood up for America. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share, hit that subscribe button, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you want to support my work, you can become a patron at patreon.com/CaitlinBennett and receive cool perks like an autographed photo from me in the mail each month. Or you can go to CaitlinBennett.org and get up to 75% off and free shipping on supplements and merchandise to support my work and start living a healthy life. My favorite product is Turbo Force because it gives me all the energy I need to make it through a long day of doing interviews. There are tons of other health supplements you can choose from to keep your body healthy during these uncertain times. And check out the website banned.video to see uncensored content from conservative creators that have been erased from social media.